Hello and welcome to Data Source. Today we will be looking at what is perhaps one of the most popular formulas on Excel and Google Sheets. This is VLOOKUP. Very interesting. So let's jump right in. Here we have the data of countries and their population. And we're going to be using the VLOOKUP formula to get the population of the country that we are interested in. So we'll just jump right in. But first of all, when you use VLOOKUP, the value you are looking for is separate from the key. So the key is the thing that you are using to look for the value. For example, here we have China, and the value for the population of China is this 1.4 billion people. So the key is China, while the value is the population value. So the value always has to be on the right of the key. Right. So that now that is out of the way, let's quickly start. I'm going to use this cell D2, the column D and row 2. That's D2 for my formula. So let me just title this VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP value. Oh no, that's not value. Alright. So I'll start as we always start our formulas with equal to, then I type VLOOK and there's VLOOKUP, and let's pick any country. Let's pick Brazil. I want to get the value for Brazil. So then I select the range that I want. So I want from A1 down to B11. Then the index. So the index here is the column of the value. The index is the column of the value. Remember I said that there's the key and then there's the value. So the index is the column of the value. The key is the column, the column that has the key is not the index. The index is the column that has the value. So in this case, you count from left to right, which is 1 and 2, where country is 1 and population is 2. So the column 2 is the column for population. So I'm going to use 2. And this is not sorted, but it doesn't really matter. I can just use 0. You can use anything here. You can even not use it if you want. And the population for Brazil is 212 here. So that's the value for the population for Brazil. So I'm going to then, there's another way of doing this. I can put Brazil here, and that's Brazil. So instead, okay, that's not it. I spelled it. So this is ZIL. So instead of typing the word Brazil, I can just use this column E2. So I change this, instead of A7 to E2, and you see it has already referenced this column. I know let me just close this so you can see that. So now this is Brazil. So I can then change this to Nigeria, and then it gives me the value for the population of Nigeria. I can change this to India, and it gives me the population for India. Alright, that's cool. I would also want to just add something. Say there's this third column here. Let me just add a third column. So this column now is the median age of these countries, their median ages. So I can include this third column in my the formula. So instead of this range being from A1 to B11, I can then make it to C11. So this is C and 11. So it ranges from A1 to, let me just change this to C11. So now that is the range that is looking for the values for. But when I hit enter, it's still giving me the value for the population for India in this case. but say I wanted the median age for India, which is 28, right? I can then edit this, and instead of column 2, what do you think it will be here? So this column 2 is for population, but I want the median age. So what column would that be? Column 3, correct. So I'll change this to 3 and I hit enter, and I have the median age for India, which is 28. So I can change this to China, and I have the median age for China. So you can imagine you have a very large table. This would be very helpful to get values of whatever you want in that table. You don't know where China is, you don't know where Nigeria is, you can just use VLOOKUP. So hopefully you've learned VLOOKUP, and yeah, thank you and bye for now, till next time.